Hey folks, this is Dana with Stimulated Boredom, and for more information on the program you can go to stimulatedboredom.com. Now this is actually a video review as well as a companion video for a write-up and a review that I had done on stimulatedboredom.com for the Bose Soundlink wireless mobile speaker. A bit of a mouthful, say that 3 times fast. So I thought I'd give you guys a tour of the device as well as give you an example of the sound that comes out of the Soundlink for those trying to get a sense of how much sound can come out of such a small device. So this is the Soundlink right here. I went with the standard version, which is $299, and it comes with this gray vinyl cover, which is actually magnetic. It works very similarly to the smart cover that comes with the iPad 2, in that if you close the cover, it actually shuts down the device, but it also acts as a stand if you want to place this on a desktop. Take it with you into the kitchen when you're cooking, you're outside getting some sun, in the bedroom, or if you're taking over to a friend's house, it's very, very portable. Now with this one, it actually comes with this black metal grill. It comes with automotive grade aluminum around the outside, black plastic trim, and then when closed, in terms of the buttons, you have the power button, you have the auxiliary button, the Bluetooth button, the mute button, the volume down, and the volume up. So not a lot of features in terms of the button because that's pretty much all that you're going to need. And then along the back, you have the AC plug for power. You have a USB port for future firmware updates. And then, of course, an auxiliary plug if you want to connect another device that is not Bluetooth enabled. There is another version that is out there. That is the high-end version. There is no difference in terms of the sound or the components. It is just simply mostly all chrome. And then it also comes with a leather cover case if you want that. And you can actually change these covers out, as a matter of fact. This one came with the gray vinyl, but as you can see here, they're actually Allen screws that if you buy a new cover, I think there's a pink one, a red one, a purple one, a blue one. There's different leather ones, so you can switch that out if you want to personalize it in any way, shape, or form. Now the device itself, and excuse me, the premium quote-unquote version, which again the only difference is chrome basically all across the board, no plastic, and having that leather case, goes for $349. But again, there is no difference in terms of the components. It's just kind of external aesthetics. Now the device itself actually can pair to 6 different devices, so you can connect your cell phone, your iPad, a laptop, a computer. It'll remember 6 devices, so once you've paired them, then it'll have that in the memory. If for some reason you pair more than that, then what it'll do is it'll delete the least used device that's been paired to it in the past. Now, obviously, you can only have one device playing on it at one time, and if you were to switch devices, let's say I'm using my cell phone, but I want to switch to the iPad, it'll try to connect to the last device that was connected to it. If you're switching the device, just a simple push of the Bluetooth button will put it into connection mode, and it'll pick up on one of the other devices that you've paired to it that is stored inside of its memory. So I thought I'd give a quick example. I have it connected to my trusty Evo right now. So I already have the Bluetooth enabled on the phone, just a simple push of the power button. That audio tune or tone basically indicates that it is now connected to the device. You also see it by the persistent Bluetooth symbol there that basically lets you know that it's connected. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and launch Spotify. Now this works very similarly to when you have like an auxiliary connection, so therefore you can control the volume on your device itself. So if I turn the volume up or down on my cell phone or on my iPad, it will have an effect on the volume here. What I like to do is turn the volume up to a maximum of 80% or roughly 80% on my device, and so therefore I can play with the volume on the Soundlink itself. One of the great things is based on the digital sound processing, it'll actually compress the sound if you go at higher volume. So if you have it max volume, the sound is a little bit flatter, but it compresses it so that the sound never sounds distorted. So I would rather have a flattened sound than to have a distorted sound that makes you feel like your speakers are going to be blown out at any time. So I have the phone set to 80%. It's paired right now, so I'm going to go ahead and play some music and give you an example of the sound that comes out of it. And I'll also play with the volumes a bit. You'll find that the sound is very fat, meaning it's got a lot of bass, the highs and the mids. It actually has 4 speakers. There are 2 here on the right and 2 here on the left, and then there's also 2 dual opposing speakers that basically create the low frequency or the bass, and the bass comes out of the front as well in the back. I also found that if you put the Soundlink someplace where there's a wall nearby, it helps with the bass reflex and gives you a fuller sound. So anyway, without further ado, I'll play some music at different volumes, and hopefully you'll get a sense. I'm going to go ahead and turn the microphone so that it's pointed more toward the speaker so that you guys can hear the speaker more than you hear me. So as you can see, there's actually quite a bit of sound that comes out of such a slim design. Now, for those who are looking for, a system that's going to fill the entire room, this will actually pretty much suffice. I bought this specifically to be in the bedroom on a bedside table, listening to podcasts, listening to music, things like that. Obviously, it connects to everything from Pandora to Spotify, or if you're listening to podcasts. But since I don't want a docking station, something that I connect an iPod to, because I don't really use an iPod very much, I actually use my phone more often for that stuff. Now I can connect it through Bluetooth. You have roughly about a range of about 20 feet or so, maybe a little bit more, as many as 30, depending upon if your walls are going to be involved and stuff like that. But it's got a great range. It can be connected to laptops and computers if you're watching movies or like through your iPad or something like that. But it's a really great device for such a slim design. The sound that comes out of it is pretty much comparable, actually, to the Bose sound docks that come out, but those are much larger, much bulkier. They are obviously not as portable. This comes with a lithium-ion battery that's built into it, so obviously when it's plugged in, it's going to be charging. See right there, I close the lid, so it's going to actually shut off the connection. It turns off the entire device altogether. But this comes with a lithium-ion battery that will last roughly 4 to 8 hours, depending upon the volume level. Now, Bose rated it as, if you're listening at the highest volume, you'll probably get about 3 to 4 hours out of it before it starts to die. If you're listening at moderate levels, which most people are going to be listening to it at, it'll last you roughly 8 hours. So it's a great companion to kind of grab, stick in a book bag, take it with you someplace, or just simply move it around the house if you just simply want to, connect and have sound wherever it is that you go. So again, this particular model is $299. I got mine through Bose.com. There is another version that is all aluminum. Looks very silver. There is no plastic on the side. Comes with a brown leather cover, and that's for $349. But again, there is no difference in terms of the components. I just happen to like the darker grill a little bit more than the aluminum. So anyway, if you have any questions, I just simply wanted to post this link, but you can email me at dana@stimulatedboredom.com, or if you want to read the remainder of the review where I go into more specifics, of course, you can go to stimulatedboredom.com and read up on the review of the Bose Soundlink wireless mobile speaker. And then again, if you have any questions, simply contact the program at dana@stimulatedboredom.com. Thanks for tuning in.